Yeah.
Yes. So,
Yeah,
so, man, when I hear people talking about performing at Trump's inauguration,
mhm.
you know, I'm hearing all types of things, and then next thing you know, somebody say Nelly performing, and I
Right.
say, hell no,
Huh.
I say, hell no. Picked up the phone, say,
Yeah.
man, don't do it, reconsider, you know. And you told me something that was very interesting. At
Yeah.
first, the conversation for me was just I just wanted to know what you was thinking,
Mhm.
and but after you explain what your position, man, you know, I had to fall back a little, you know, because all of us have different experiences and we all do things uh, according to our experiences and you know how we move. Uh, the way Nelly do something might be different from the way Willie D do something, but that don't make Nelly a bad person. That don't
No,
make Willie D a bad person, right?
not at all. That I think that's what democracy is, right? That's what we're supposed to have, the option of choices, right? So what we do is we tend to sometimes make a quick, I would say, response to something that on the surface may seem like it's effed up because we don't agree with something else. Like I told you, I said, OG, I'm not political. I'm not out here trying to tell anybody who they should vote for. You know what I'm saying? This is not a campaign trail. This is not me telling you, yo, you should vote for this candidate or you should vote for this candidate. I think you should do your homework and figure out what best helps you and the people who you love and who you provide for, and you know how that runs, because I'm clueless on a lot of things when it get down to it. You know what I mean? Like they start putting 2 and 3 things. You think you voting for one thing and come to find out you was voting for 2 or 3 things. So I would feel messed up in my head if I told some brother or some sister, yo, you should vote for this. This is going to help black businesses. But in that, at the same time, I didn't know that voting for that would take away from your Medicaid. And then that's what directly would have affected you. Then now I feel effed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I didn't know that. So what I tend to say is, yo, do your own homework and make your own decisions about it. But what I will say is that I respect the office. This isn't politics. The politics for me, it's over. He won. He's the president. He's the commander in chief of what I would like to say is the best country in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I know everybody knows I'm from St. Louis. Everybody knows St. Louis is what made me. That's what I wear on my chest and my heart. But I was born on a military base in Austin. My father served. My grandfather served. My uncle served. My auntie served. My cousins served. I've entertained the troops all around this world. I've entertained the troops. Ain't no money in that. That's something that I felt I had to do because I was one of those kids on those military bases. You see what I'm saying? Far be it at a young age, but I was there. I know what that meant to them families that have been away from for home for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Sometimes could be 10-year plus, dependent. And here we get a chance to go out here and bring a little bit of home to these people. And I mean, long story short, I know like if these people, the military means a lot to me, right? If these are people that enlist, these people give their lives, they give everything that they have so that we can have these choices, so that we can have these freedoms. And here's the kicker. They do it no matter who is in office. People act like the men and women of our military don't get a chance to vote. They get a chance to vote too. Sometimes they candidate don't win, but who's ever in office, if they push the button, they got to go. They got to go.
What does the military have to do with the inauguration?
That means if these people can give their life for the office, Nelly can perform. If these people can give their life for the office out of respect, they give their life for the love of this country. I love this country as well. it is an honor for me to perform for the president of the United States, regardless of who is in office. If President Biden would have asked me to perform, I would have performed. If Vice President Kamala Harris would have won and asked me to perform, I would have performed. I did a thing with Vice President Kamala Harris. Could have been last year, a year or two ago, a Juneteenth event. I respect the office. It wasn't politics. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was an honor for me to do it.
Considering the backlash that you received for agreeing to this performance, right?
But I've been getting backlash. I've been getting backlash my whole career.
but this particular backlash is different. Right. How do you reconcile your artistic choices with the diverse political beliefs of your fan base?
That's my fan base. If my fan base really have a political belief, right? Here's the thing. Like, I agree in family first. I believe in family first. Period. Family before politics, family above and beyond. Like, right? Like, so now we don't always seem like we're making those choices sometimes when we're, when we grow up the way that we grow up. Sometimes when we in the hoods and we're doing certain things, it's like, no, you're not putting your family first when you out there hustling, or you're not really putting your family first. Like, we can rationalize that and say that we are. But really we're not, because we're taking certain choices. But in our hearts, we truly believe that. So in this type of situation, if my fans are so if politics is above and beyond anything other than what that person stands for, what that person has done, then I apologize that I, quote unquote, let you down, because I thought you was riding with me for the scholarships that I've been giving away since I've been in this business. I thought you was riding with me for the people that I got signed up on the bone marrow stem cell registry that was all record breaking and helping people save lives. I thought you was riding with your boy for the children that we visit at Children's Hospital to Brain. I thought you was riding with me for the bikes and the presents and the things that we give away to unfortunate kids at Christmas. I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like, to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to perform?
No. She didn't invite me.
She didn't invite me either, man. I was going to do all that.
Like, so, but I don't knock the ones that did. I don't knock the brothers and sisters that benefited from it. I don't knock the correspondents that may have gotten money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country, have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist, and here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh no, that wasn't him. Hold on, I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create.
I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack. You do a mandatory 5 years that had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. No, he didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacist. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it. Okay, he did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, oh, okay, is he written to him now? So nobody's allowed to change, right? See, here's the thing. So we can talk about past, but we never want to talk about our past. If we bring up, if our past get brought up in our community for a lot of what our men did, we always call it rehabilitation. Yo, these young brothers, we've been through a lot. I know I've been through a lot. If my past was what was going to prevent me from winning today, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that he ain't got some fucked up ways. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's why I'm not telling you who to vote for. But what I'm saying is that he's the president of the United States. He's not the candidate for the United States. He's the president. He won.
I think if Trump, some of these ways, like, you know, with the housing discrimination that he participated in back in the 80s, if that was the a one-off, if that was, or even if he had some other things going on where he looked like a bigot to us, that might be one thing. But it's another thing when he starts saying things like when you have a situation where you have black folks getting their heads blown off by the police with impunity, and Trump says, I'm going to give them even more impunity. Hold on. We're going to be the ones affected the most by something like
impunity. He's not giving them.
He didn't say he was going to give them impunity. He said he was going to give them immunity.
Right. Not for working outside of your job. Nobody's going to give anybody immunity to go around and shoot and kill people, right? That means he could go around and shoot and kill the president. But that's what he said he was going to do. That means police can go around and shoot and kill the president. No, if you look at that law, it says outside of the scope of their job. It's the same thing, and a lot of us would agree right now that the police already have it, right? So why would we think that would mean that if they're not paying now, then they're not going to pay, right? Listen.
Man, don't hit me with the bird, man, dog. Don't hit me with the bird.
Yeah. No, because I'm trying to choose my words carefully because I don't want to get into, rhetoric and regurgitation of what, back and forth on either side is happening, because that's not it. That's why I'm not telling you who to vote for, because if you're saying in the 80s, Hitler would have been a one-off. Well, okay, I'm not okaying anything he's done. I'm not here to take up for Trump. I'm just saying we don't hold everybody else accountable in the same manner. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying, why aren't we holding mass incarceration and people who made a bill to encourage states to build more prisons? Why wouldn't we look at that crippled us as well? But somebody that owns a building in New York City, okay, that's in New York City, but that crime bill affected the whole United States. That crime bill affected every hood in the 90s. It affected every urban family to a certain degree, almost, that grew up in the 90s. We all come from, well, I ain't saying we all, people like us who come from certain areas of the states have people who were affected by this crime bill, mass incarceration. Now they say that drug addicts, they need help. Back then, we were considered animals. In the 90s, we were considered animals. Lock them up. Don't treat them. Lock them up. Now, if you see, now it's an addiction. We need to get these people help. That, to me, that's more racist. To me, it's more racist to say if you don't vote for me, you ain't black, to a black man on a black show in 2020, not what somebody did in 1980. To me, that seems more racist to me. Maybe I'm
wrong. You got a point there. Look, man, when you're right, you're right. You know what I'm saying? When you're right, you're right. The thing about Biden, I do believe, I think that I think we find ourselves in a very peculiar situation in this country as Black people, where no matter which side we go on, even if we go on the Black side, oftentimes we're gonna get stabbed in the back. We're in a country that targets us for failure, and even when we want to get into the system, try to do the right thing, and try to be a conduit for change. Oftentimes, we find ourselves, crippled by the politics, and we can't really get a lot done. So it's like when you look at Biden, I think people want to believe that Biden has turned a new leaf. They want to believe that Biden has turned a new leaf because they gotta rock with somebody,
right?
We're in a situation where, okay, you got to pick a side. You got to rock with somebody. And then you have those of us who say, man, fuck all of them. I don't want to rock with none of them.
I'm independent. I'm independent. That's why I don't tell you.
I'm also independent.
That's why I don't tell you. I don't swing either way. The only reason we're talking today is because he won. He's the president. I'm here to perform for the office. That's all. That's that.
So your point. So what do you say to people who say, yeah, the Trump comes with the office? So you're performing for Trump. His name is on the inauguration.
Well, more than half this country voted for Trump. If you respect the process when the process works in your favor, respect the process when it don't work in your favor.
But I think that's hold on, stop right there. That's a good point. That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
One of the issues that people have is that Trump don't respect the process when it don't work in his favor.
Okay,
if things don't go his way, like if he had not won, he would have said everybody cheated on him. He got cheated.
But I was told certain people when they go low, we go high.
Now when they go low, I go low.
We get even. I know you. Low. I feel you.
I'm going low.
I feel you. Listen, let me tell you something, my brother. Like, I don't get into like federal politics or like that. I agree with the homie Killer Mike and the brother Killer Mike when he said like, yo, you should be more on your state politics more than anything ever that. And I'm not saying that I'm really intertwined into all of that. I just want to do good by my people, and that means getting things done. That means getting things done, not out here mad about what's not happening, but you ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you ain't helping nobody. You bitching and you moaning, but what are you doing? Like, show me results from your bitching and your moaning. So I say that to say, I voted for President Obama. When Obama came through St. Louis, my brother, I went out there. I gave my support. I was proud to be back there. I love President Obama. I love Michelle Obama. I love the Obama family like everybody else. This has nothing to do with a political view. You see what I'm saying? Because you have your view and other people have their view. But above and beyond, when you hear certain people telling you don't go to holiday, don't go visit your family on holidays, because if you got a family member that voted differently than you, then you shouldn't go. Wait a minute, what? I got a 90-year-old granny. I'm not gonna go. What if my granny don't make it next year? We know tomorrow's not promised. So now I'm mad at the uncle who put me through high school, who paid for my car, who did this. Now I don't want to talk to him. So damn what he's done for me. I'm gonna put politics over family. And you want me to believe that you for unity when you telling me don't go be with my family on the holidays because of politics? You should be the main component. Your politics should first and foremost family unite. Family unite. That's what your politics should first and foremost family unite. Anybody that's telling you not to be with your family because of politics, that's who you listen to. I'm just saying, that's who you listening to. Well, then I'm cool. Then you right. Nelly the sellout. Nelly's not the one, because Nelly ain't gonna let nobody tell them what to do with his family. There's no way I'm not going to see my granny on Christmas. There's no way I'm not going to see my granny on Thanksgiving. There's no way I'm not going to hang with my little cousins. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. When I ain't seen them all year, some people I ain't seen in 2-3 years. Come on, man. That's whack. That's
when we got on the phone. During our conversation on yesterday, you reflected on the intersection of your artistic expression and the political implications of your performance at Trump's inauguration celebration. And you provided some insight into your motivations and reasoning behind, getting on that stage. And I started thinking, because I'm a thinker.
Okay.
I started thinking because I like to be like, I have my convictions like everybody else.
Yeah.
But I think one of the reasons why I've gotten as far as I've gotten is because, I seek the truth and I like knowledge and I like information. And if I hear something that's truthful, then, I got to accept it because I don't want to be a damn fool. I don't want to look like a fool. So when I thought about that performance, you performing on that stage, for Trump's inauguration, this Republican guy who was a MAGA supporter and blah, blah, blah. I started thinking like, well, how different is that than getting on stage at one of these venues that's owned by a MAGA supporter? And we have all of our celebrities and entertainers get on those stages and perform. Every single, whether you MAGA, whether you this or that, everybody that we love get on those stages at some point, grace those stages, and you don't care if they're a Democrat or a Republican that owns that venue. The same thing with when we even on this medium that we're on right now, and we're sharing this information and having this discussion. This medium that we're using right now, even StreamYard, it's not a Democratic owned medium.
Right.
YouTube is not Democratic owned. I mean, it's good. It's a public traded company, right? Google. YouTube is owned by Google, publicly traded company. But the CEO, and a lot of the people in upper management, they got different political views.
I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters to the people. Here we saying, I think sometimes, first of all, you're 1000% correct. You're getting, I know this me and you talking, but there's people on here that ain't gonna go, they're not gonna swim that deep. Because to be on the surface right now, and it's easier to be up here and just regurgitate because nobody wants to think for themselves. I'm not here to take up for Trump. I'm not here to take up for Republicans. I'm not here to take up for Democrats. I'm not here to take up for anybody that has a difference of opinion for me. I'm just saying we fought to have a difference of opinion. Dr. King had a difference of opinion. Brother Malcolm X had a difference of opinion. You are allowed to do that. I thought that our rights entailed a certain form of dignity to be like, yo, you know what? I can agree with that. I cannot agree with that. You have the right to do that, my brother. I'm not going to take that route, but I'm going to do this. I just didn't think that politics should be over the person, who we are. That's what I'm saying. Like, performing for somebody and voting for somebody is two different things. Endorsing people is two different things. And I don't know how that come about. So, and I'm trying to keep it short because I don't want to go where I know we can go. So,
to be clear, are you a Trump supporter?
Am I a Trump? I support the office of, I support the president of the United States, regardless of who's in office. Regardless, I respect the office. Like I told you again, I was born on this military base. My family has served, my brother. You say, well, what does that have to do? That has everything to do. That's the foundation of how you view everything. People get this thing, well, why do celebrities think they're above regular people? Because people put celebrities above regular people. Because now it matters what a celebrity does as opposed to what regular people do, right? So if we start looking at ourselves and say that we're no better than the men and women who protect this country, who don't have a choice and have to give their life regardless of who in office, then if I say if they can go to war and fight for this country, for the president, if a war breaks out in 2 months, they got to fight. They can't pack their bags up and come home. Even the ones that are agreeing that what you say, he's a racist, even the ones that agree with it, they still got to fight. They still got to live their life because he's in office. He's the president. It doesn't matter. Are we talking about the president or are we talking about the candidate? Are you talking about candidate Trump or are you talking about President Trump? That's two different people to me.
The candidate Trump and the President Trump is two different people?
Two different people.
So you saying, I guess your point would be,
because I don't think Obama would sit there and laugh and chuck it up when he know cameras are watching with a known racist. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would sit there, play buddy, chuck it up with somebody who he really thought was a known racist or Hitler or whatever they say. Like, I don't think he would do that. I just don't think he would do it.
I think he'd do it. I mean,
why? So why would he get a pass?
Because Obama is a former president, so it's the dignified thing to do. You know,
so it's politics again.
It's the politics.
So it's politics. It's politics. So we right back in politics again. So politics.
It's also politics is the reason why Michelle is not.
So politics excuses politics. So politics excuses politics. I'm just looking for the equality in what you're saying, because Black people, we fight for equality. We fight for equality. We fought for equality. We fought to be able to be in the military to defend a country that don't even respect us. We fought for that first. We fought to vote for a president that might not even respect us. We fought for that because we wanted the equality. But we are not now giving equal judgment. We're saying, okay, well, that's different. Yeah, he said some racist shit, but I don't believe he a racist. He might have said some racist shit, but I believe he a racist. Well, I'm not a politician, man. I'm not. You didn't see me out there on the campaign. You didn't see me telling y'all, yo, you should vote for this candidate. You didn't see me out there telling you should vote for this candidate. But I am honored to be performing for the office, for the president of the United States, regardless. Ain't another president asked me to perform. Ain't nobody called Nelly. I would have performed.
Well, ain't nobody ever asked you to come to a Klan rally either. But, you know
what you mean? Why would I go to a Klan rally? I don't live in a Klan country.
Well, this is a Klan country.
No, this ain't no Klan.
No, this is a Klan country, man.
Where is it?
This is a Klan country.
Where it is?
This is a Klan country because, you know, when you think about the Black Panthers and you think about the Ku Klux Klan is still riding.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. What is the Klan? So you saying the Klan? So the Klan. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Okay.
That's why we have a Klan jury.
Okay. So hold on. And what party was the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
What party is the Klan?
The Republican Party.
Why? They was created by the Democrats. They was created by the Democrats.
Yes, the Democrat Party.
The Democrats created the Klan.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
Yes, they did.
Oh, okay. So what we talking about?
But you do understand.
So what we talking about?
But you do understand that these are just names because.
OG. So listen, OG. So if the Klan was created by the Democrats, if the Democrats created the Klan, they cool now?
Who cool now?
Whoever created the Klan.
No, ain't nobody cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody cool. But let me make this point. When I've heard a lot of people say stuff like, well, you know, Democrats, they created the Klan, so
they did.
Yeah, they did. Right. They absolutely created the Klan.
Why that don't matter though?
But listen to what I'm saying. all the Klan did was change parties. It's like they changed parties like you change your name. Hold on. If I go out here and shoot somebody and kill somebody right now, Willie D killed that person. But after I kill him, I change my name and say, my name ain't Willie D. My name Michael Stokes. Michael Stokes killed that person, not Willie D. I'm the same person. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the Democrat Party and the Republican Party are based on ideologies. It ain't got
no facts, but I'm saying
based on ideology. All the parties did was change names.
But if we're independent,
change their name and they kept those same ideologies.
But what I'm saying is that I'm only speaking on the facts. I'm not telling you what party you should be, OG. But I'm not telling you what party you could be. But if you ask me something, if you say, yo, this is a Klan country, okay, then well, where the Klan come from? The Klan came from this party. So all the damage that the Klan did in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, like we from the South. I was born in Texas. You live in Texas. I was raised in Missouri, a slave state, and all of that. So all the damage that they did, but that party. So we supposed to forgive everything that come along with that, right?
No, they did it under a different name. It's the same people. They just changed their name. That's all I'm saying. It's the same people. They just changed their name. They changed their name. That's all they did. It was just a name change. It's the same people.
But we okay in it. It's cool. It's cool.
No, it's not. No, it's not cool. It's not cool because as I mentioned earlier, if we want some action in this country, we're gonna have to get down with somebody. And I do agree with what you said yesterday. I do agree with what you said yesterday when you said that we gotta get down with whoever get down with us. Whoever gonna rock with us, whoever gonna give us what we need, whoever gonna bow down to our commands, that's who we need to be meeting with and having conversations with.
Who's presenting the best options of being able to, what you say, evolve? If you want to use lack of word, use the term. And I'm saying that from a standpoint of growth. I'm saying it from a standpoint of being able to fend for ourselves. Like you said, like we so keen on this government to fix us when, plain and simple to me, why are we asking white people to fix us when they the person that broke us in the first place?
Right.
Like we gotta fix ourselves, my brother. Like I do believe that, but I believe that the right is too far right, and I believe that the left is too far left. I definitely believe
Stop.
I definitely believe
Hold on. Let me go get you just pulled out the shotgun.
No, I'm just saying, like I definitely believe
too far left and the right is too far right.
Definitely. I definitely believe the left is too far left and the right is too far right. That's why I don't want to sound like I'm defending what somebody has done in the past. I'm just saying let's hold everybody to the same accountability. That's why I'm trying to choose my words when I'm saying certain things, because I don't want to sound like I'm defending anybody. I just want to say, like, if you're going to do that for this, let's do that for this. If not, then it's never going to be, we're never going to move, right? Because we know anger stifles progress. Anger don't do nothing but destroys. You know what I'm saying? It destroys. And we're not going to get anywhere by fucking up our own shit, basically. I forgot you. I'm making sure you ain't on TV. I ain't want to say that, but yeah. So I'm working with anybody, man. Like I said again, I will work with Republicans, Democrats, anybody that's in my city to help my city be better. I don't care about a party. I don't care about a party. Because to me, I mean, to be frank, I don't want to offend nobody. Both parties full of shit. Like, they need each other to keep the other one going. And then you got correspondence. People get paid to tell you who to vote for. In that grand scheme of things alone, you know it's some bullshit. Like how can somebody get paid to tell you who to vote for? And you think that's honest? You think that's coming from an honest place, or is that coming from a place of, well, shit? No wonder if they candidate lose, then they're going to lose money. Of course they mad. So it results in them telling you not to visit your family during the holidays, and that's wild. That's the only thing I can't get down with. I'm just like, yo, we should never be trying to tell any of us not to be with our families. You see what I'm saying? We all know tomorrow ain't promised. We all know that, yo, regardless of what happened, we should be able to come together as family. And I'm just saying, if you truly about unity, then stop saying get away from it. Stop saying get away. Stop saying get away if you truly about unity. Because if you truly about unity, then be about unity. If you truly rolling with righteousness, then just say what's right. Now, if somebody do what's wrong, then we can acknowledge it and then understand that you have a choice. I'm not defending anything that President Trump, candidate Trump, realtor Trump did in his. I'm not. No, you got the right to be pissed if it affected you. You got the right to be angry if it affected you. Like, you had the right to vote for him or not vote for him. But as of today, he's the president of the United States. And I'm performing for the office that I was taught to respect out of people that gave their lives for this country, that was in the military on my side. I was taught to respect that office, regardless.
I'm gonna give you some credit for this right here, bro, because you know, I don't have family that's directly close to me that have served in the military. I'm not a military brat, right? I don't have like a brother or a father, who served in the military. I don't even know if I have an uncle who I'm sure somewhere down the line I got an uncle somewhere, but I'm not. I haven't been that close to the military. Like I got some friends who have served, but my thing is, so I understand your experience, because of that experience that you had is very different from my experience. And I know that I know what you're saying when you're talking about like being able to sit down and have a conversation with anybody, and it doesn't matter the Democrat or Republican, they all full of shit or whatever. And I do know that they all are full of shit. Both parties are full of shit. I do know that. Mm-hmm. However, I'm one of those dudes that I can hold a grudge. And, the thing about Trump was that when look, I'm not even a big Barack Obama advocate of, but when he came after Barack, I took it personal because I knew that he was coming after Barack because Barack was a black man and Barack was about to become the commander in chief. There are white people out there who are okay with black folks being a mayor, a governor, perhaps a governor, senator, congressperson, city council, chief of police, mayor. But when Barack looked like he was about to become the president, the number one uno, a lot of people lost their minds and showed their true colors. And before that, Trump had never went after a president on that type of scale. He never went after a president like that. When he started calling Barack, saying Barack, bringing up the birther issue.
Oh, and, listen, hold on. And again, we're talking about candidates. We're talking about the dirty game of politics, right? We're talking about the dirty game of politics, which I'm not okay. And I'm saying that's why I stay out. I'm not telling you who to go for, or
I got your point,
or who not to go for. I understand that part. That's why I don't perform on the trail, on the campaign trail. I don't do that. I'm gonna let that ride. You do your thing, because I know how messy that can get. They both spewing lies. Everybody's telling lies across the board. Everybody's giving half-ass information on both sides. On both sides. Everybody's doing it. That's the game. It's been the game. They playing the game. It's business. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know why everything else gets taken out and we want politics to be the purest form of people's relationship, and we know that it's the worst form of people's
relationship. Politics is a dirty game.
It's a dirty game.
To finish my point, I was saying that because I hold a grudge so good, it's one of my greatest assets, and but also shortcomings. I can admit that. But so I, under no circumstance, would ever perform at a Trump inauguration because of that. Like, okay. I don't like the dude, and I'm gonna forever not like the dude. I don't like him, you know, and I'm just gonna keep that same energy. And I know it's other people out there that's worthy of this vitriol that I carry. But Trump, he got a special place, you know, for this angst, man. He got a special place. He earned it. And so you being my friend, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna say it publicly, I absolutely forbid you to perform at that inauguration.
But Willie D, let me tell you something. I was with you at a party, at a gathering that we just did in your time. We was at a club, and we came out, we were partying. The people wanted me to come out, say a few words, rap a few songs. They ain't paid me. The people, they turned back, they looked at the OG Willie D. You held up your cash app, and you told them people, there it is. Now, I respected you for it. But them was the people that wanted Willie. The people. And I'm here to tell you, wasn't no white, a few white faces in there, but that club was full of black faces. And they wanted that OG Willie to come out there and just say a few words to the people. My OG held up that cash app, and then I think you might have held up that PayPal after that. But it was a cold move, and I respected you for it. I said, hey, he get that right to do that because he put that work in, and I'm sure he has his reasons on why he do that. So out of my love and respect for the OG, I'm not going to even question his reasons. What I do know is that I believe that he's a brother of integrity. So I'm sure he got his reasons not to come out here and do what the people is asking him to do. So I'm gonna let him have his choice, and I respect it.
You know what, bro? That was a low blow. It was
that was
very well articulated, though. I mean, very well articulated. But
that's the truth.
It was the truth. It was a low blow, though.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that was a low. I don't think that was a low blow at all. I think it was a blow explaining, like, even if we don't agree with that, if you fuck with the person, then you gonna allow that person to do what they do and not question and or what you said forbid. Like, I'm like,
man, that was so.
Man, hold on.
That was something, man.
Yeah.
What I would say first, I give Nelly credit for even having the courage to come out to even talk about it. I ain't saying he fully gave a good explanation. But I mean, it is what it is, because the point, what I grabbed from it, him saying this ain't the election, I ain't on the campaign trail. The dude did win the election, and he is now the president, and so he's not performing for the candidate Trump. He performing for the president, And I mean, it's true. And the same way people was saying how, even though Trump didn't respect the results of the last election, the same critics that's saying, you should respect the office no matter who won is the same people that's mad that Nelly is performing. I mean, I don't care either way, again, what Nelly does. And it, to me, it don't diminish like me still not being a fan of Nelly. Like, I grew up on Nelly. I respect Nelly. Nelly has the right to perform for the president or not perform for the president. And he made a comment. He said Donald Trump, the first president, asked him to perform. Nelly been out since what? Ryan
2000.
2000. So, but what y'all got to say about it though, man? After hearing it,
I think Nelly would have had a stronger argument if he had said this one thing. If he said this one thing, if he had said, brother Willie D, listen, OG, if Kamala Harris had won and she invited me to perform, Nelly would have been on that stage performing for Kamala Harris for that office.
Yeah,
that's what he should have said,
and should have stuck with it, because he started dancing and talking about the military and how his family was in the military. I think all the extra stuff was exactly what it was. It was extra stuff. He should have just said like what you just said, and I think he did mention that, but he didn't. He didn't stay in the ballpark though.
Yeah, I kind of understand what he was trying to say, but he didn't articulate it the way he probably could have more properly. I think anything, the military, regardless of who the president and the ideology that got the president elected, you still got to serve. He probably could have said that a little better. But, on one hand, I agree if he would have said, regardless of who won, if he was invited, he would have did it. But I also agree, like, it doesn't matter who the president is. If you respect the office, and that speaks to too, we've gotten so far off of the center that sometimes we forget that, your candidate may not have won, but at the end of the day, they still the person who in charge. You may not like everything they say and do,
right?
But they hold their seat. That's just like people used to always talk trash about Bush Jr., but when he was in their face, they'd be like, Mr. President, Mr. President, oh my God.
And then also, Terry, man, I remember you said something a while ago. You said it doesn't matter who wins. They still got to do stuff for the people.
Yeah.
Because they're the president. I mean, we still, states and cities still have to ask for things regardless of who's in that seat. And sometimes we as a lot of Black Democrats think like if somebody Republican win, they can't ask for nothing for 4 years.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's the part we got to get better at as a community. We are so party centered, but the party really matters when it's an election. The election over, it's about governing. So you govern, like on one hand you're campaigning, on the other hand you're governing, and so I think we lose sight of that. And as a community, and when I say community, I'm talking about the Black community specifically. We have to get better at asking the Republicans for the same stuff we expecting the Democrats to give.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And whether they in or not, they still your rep. We got Republican U.S. senators, and we don't have no Democrat. Missouri doesn't have a Democratic U.S. senator. So the stuff that you need from your senator, you're going to have to ask a Republican to do it. As a matter of fact, we haven't had a Democratic senator in Missouri since Claire McCaskill.
And to be honest, going along coincide with that, as a person who's lived in the state with more than one Democratic senator, I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't care about you either. They care about, and what will happen is, depending on the issue, they will say, oh, what you're looking for is a municipal or a state issue. So you should contact your municipal governing body members or the state. And see, this is what happens. People get so caught up in the pomp and circumstance and the pageantry of these 4-year elections for national offices that they forget sometimes the most important elections are those that are local and statewide, because they're going to impact your life immediately.
Yeah, they had a biggest impact. They had a biggest impact. You know, and I give you an example before we hop back on Nelly again. I give y'all an example. People locally talk about how the schools are messed up, the school districts are messed up, and the state should be doing this and the state should be doing that as it relates to the schools. But in reality, the schools are under the direction of the local school board. The only thing that the state does is set the standards of what you need to meet, and they direct federal funds that come from the federal government for education and tell you how those should be allocated, or they allocate them. But the local school board puts those resources where they see fit locally, and they are under the guidance of saying what should be taught, because the state don't tell you what your district should be teaching. They tell you where you should be according to their standards. They don't tell you how you get there. We locally can dictate how we get there. And so I say all that to say the school districts are jacked up, not because of the feds or the state government. They jacked up because of who is in charge on a local level.
And you got people on school boards across the nation, they can't even tell you what the primary colors are.
Nah.
You have people, and depending on the state of who are the stakeholders in the community and the things that are tied to a lot of the business that goes on in the school districts and with these school boards. It'll also dictate who gets on there, and depending on how your municipality is set up and structured, it could also be just another pass through or river that flows to either some incompetent system or structure with your city council, or if you got an imbecile mayor who doesn't understand or compute what it takes, or what needs to take place in your residence in your city and municipality, then you'll have patsies on the school board, and those patsies are essentially helping to erode the fabric of what makes our children be able to learn and grow. They contribute to problems that go beyond just your individual city. Mm-hmm. They contribute to the erosion of our society, because you have people, and then you have people in school boards in certain municipalities. They just on there because they know they can't run for something else.
Right.
And they just want something to do.
and some people use it as a stepping stone. But like getting back to Nelly, like I want to sum it up before we end. I think bottom line, one, this is my takeaway. One, I gotta give him props for having the courage to talk about it publicly. But two, I wish he kind of would have articulated what he was trying to say a little bit better. And three, he don't owe us no explanation. I mean, he doesn't owe us an explanation for what he did. I mean, at the end of the day, we all got to answer for what we got to take responsibility for what we do ourselves. We got to do what's best for our families, and we got to do what's best for us. And so I'm sure when he made that decision, those were the things that he thought through. I'm pretty sure when he made the decision, it wasn't because his daddy was in the military or he grew up on a military base or whatever. I think Nelly got an invitation to perform, and he said, "Hey, this was best for me. This was best for Ashanti and all the other people that I represent. And I'm gonna do this because I'm a performer. I'm a rapper, and I got an opportunity to perform on a national stage."
I concur.
I don't make no other assessment other than what I see, what I hear, and what he did. So it is what it is. Ryan, what's your takeaway before we get off?
Like I said, man, and we kind of went over this a little bit earlier, man. I just think that when it comes to the Black community, we hold entertainers and sports figures on a level that no other community does. I mean, at the end of the day, they're entertainers and sports figures.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, why are we really following them? When we got people right now in politics who've earned the right to be in those political seats. And when I say that, I mean like the Maxine Waters and people like that, man, who we really should be kind of like listening to. Mm-hmm. As far as when it comes to development, we shouldn't be listening to like Flavor Flav. Yeah. I understand, okay, Nelly performed. I mean, that's not gonna change, what you have to get up and go to work on Tuesday. They ain't have to change nothing because Nelly performed.
Right.
Whether he performed or not,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. I think that it's probably some of the echoes of the past where we didn't have a voice, and then the only people who were big enough to even contemplate having a voice sometimes after a lot of our leaders got assassinated were probably athletes and entertainers. And that shouldn't be the case because, like you said, no other community looks to those type of people to be pillars and leaders in their community. But I think that we used to have a saying that the person you're looking for is you, and we had to get back to looking inward and looking at people who are stakeholders in our communities that don't necessarily entertain or play sports. Yes, because they have a platform. Yeah, that may be cool, but at the end of the day, man, we need to also stop pocket watching and shaming people for doing like T said was best for their family. And sometimes people may have to make decisions that may be hard decisions, but we not eating off his plate.
Right.
So,
yep. Well, fellas, man, I think we ended on a good note. Mm-hmm. Everybody, make sure y'all tune in to the Sagittarius podcast weekly. Go subscribe, hit that like button, do what you got to do to support us. We're gonna be here for you consistently every week, bringing you all of the commentary for what's trending on social media, what's going on in the community. We're going to feed you some information that's going to stimulate your mind. We're also going to give you some recommendations for some wonderful spots to check out for food, for product. And also, we're going to give you a good book to read every week as well. Make sure y'all tune in, man. It's your boy Terry. I'm signing out.
It's your boy Ron.
And your boy David. Have a good one.
And we'll holler at y'all next week. We out.